Hello everyone and welcome to the Power 9 Podcast, the number one MTG podcast from Singapore, apparently. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside the blood artist Edwin Tan.
Hello everyone.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
We haven't had coffee this morning. No,
Well,
this is not morning,
This is not morning anymore, we're just back from the prerelease.
Yeah!
We
were
both
playing.
just played one.
Yeah, we just played one pod and we just came back. We're a bit tired. I'm especially tired because I don't know, I just came back from China for work. That place is crazy. I don't. It's hard to comprehend what goes on in China.
I'm sure everyone wants to know what you've been up to in
I don't
China.
know,
Go on.
weird.
Go on.
Yeah, I will. It's work, and we just when you go overseas for work, you work extra hard, work longer hours. So yeah, just tired overall. Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing we want to talk a lot about our pre-release weekend.
Yeah.
So
Do you have fun?
yeah, well, no, we're supposed to start off with not even my week in Magic. You're listening to the Power 9 Podcast. You can find us every week on power9podcast.com. You can find us on mtgcast.com, on iTunes, and anywhere that you can find podcasts. If you're on Android, you can find it on any podcast service and iTunes and whatever not. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search in the Power 9 Podcast and you'll find some of the videos. We'll be having... By the time you're listening to this, I think we should have released a video of us unboxing...
Hopefully.
The pre-release kit, or at least one of the pre-release kits. Spoilers, Edwin opens crazy nice cards. Damn it.
You had a
else?
choice, man. It could have been yours.
It could have been mine. It was so blatantly on the video. I said, your pack. Why? Why, God?
You had the choice, man.
I know. Yeah. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Power9Podcast. You can find us on Instagram @Power9Podcast. And you can find us on Twitter @Power9Podcast.
The 9 is the number 9.
So, without further ado, we're going to talk about our pre-release weekend. But first, my weekend magic. So, what were you doing while I was away? Nothing?
I'm thinking. No, I did not play Magic last week.
You didn't play Magic?
Not at all.
Come on.
No,
Did you go down?
No.
No?
I didn't go to the shops at all.
So this week in Magic is really short. No, I got to play yesterday.
You were back on Thursday.
Yeah, I was back on Thursday. So
yesterday.
Friday night we went down to Grey Ogre, just me, two friends of ours, the Lawmaster, Mikhail Lim, and Gaia's Revenge.
So they went?
Yeah, they went.
Okay. Drafted.
No, we wanted to draft because this is going to be the last few times that we're going to be able to draft.
The last time, actually.
No, the second last time. We can draft on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, you're right.
But most of the shops, it's hard to draft in Singapore. People like to play constructed more often than not. And yeah, hopefully this Tuesday I'll get to go play some sealed action. But yeah, more about EDH. Yesterday we played EDH and this is the first time I was playing EDH in a long time.
I see. How was it?
We had a possibility storm on the board. Favorite. I mean, that
must be yours.
Yeah, that's true.
Who else plays possibility?
And then I cast a creature and lo and behold, what comes out? Clever Impersonator. So guess what? It's copying.
The possibility storm.
So now
So you got 2 triggers for possibility.
Yeah, so you get 2 triggers from possibility storm. Every spell you cast is an extra spell. And if you don't have, let's say you've only got 1 planeswalker in the deck, if you cast that planeswalker, you're going to shuffle that into the deck, and then you're going to reveal until you reach another planeswalker. So you're definitely going to get that spell, even if it's the last card in your deck. So at the table was it Scion? No, it wasn't Scion of the Earth Dragon. It was what was Mikhail playing? I know there was a Maraf. There was Tazri. My Tazri deck. Tazri with 2 possibility storms is quite a crazy...
So possibility storm is yours.
Yeah, possibility.
You
Storm
had
was-
possibility storm in the Tazri deck.
No, it wasn't in the Tazri deck. It was in the Zedru deck. So I was playing Zedru. Mark was playing Tazri.
Oh, he was playing your deck.
Yeah.
I
So
see.
It was
Okay,
hilarious.
okay.
Like the board gave. I died because he milled me to death. So yeah, you can find out. You can imagine how the game went. But beyond that, I don't know. I didn't play a lot in this week. Obviously, I wasn't away. There's no place I could find in the place that we were staying in China to play some Magic. So
I see. Okay.
You buy any cards?
No, not at all.
Man, you're boring.
Well,
Why do I even have you on the show?
I have a life mate.
I know.
Daniel was telling you
Magic is life, man.
that he has
life
a
is
girlfriend.
magic.
That's why. I heard that.
We're going to pause the show. I'm going to need to go and cry in the corner right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the topic of the week, which is
Shadows over
pre-release event.
Innistrad pre-release.
Yay! This morning we went down to Grey Ogre Games quite early.
We were there earlier to record the unboxing.
Yeah.
Grey Ogre was
And-
nice enough.
Yeah.
To let us get our kits earlier and basically do the unboxing.
Yeah, we did not form the deck earlier, and even if we did, I don't think Edwin would have stood a chance against any of the games.
Hey, my deck is good, okay?
Your deck's okay. You
suck.
got okay. So you opened up a lot of good stuff. Okay, so let's go through what we opened up.
So, me first?
Yeah.
Well, value-wise,
So what was your
Okay.
pre-release foil? That was
it's a
nice.
tireless tracker. This card rocks, man.
Yeah, in my head, it's a good card,
Yeah.
and
So it's a 3-mana 3/2. It's a green card, and whenever a land enters a battlefield under your control, investigate. And whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a +1/+1 counter on tireless tracker.
oh yeah,
This card is crazy.
yeah. That's the thing. Like, basically, every land drop that you have, you can pay 2 as a landfall trigger.
Yeah. To draw a card.
To draw a card
And
and,
to
put a
+1/+1.
+1/+1 counter on that creature. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's
The clue is a real thing, man.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you can sacrifice the clue to itself, but you could also sacrifice it to other effects.
To other effects. So, for example, what I did just now was I sacrificed a clue to Angelic Purge.
Oh yeah.
Angelic Purge is a 3-mana sorcery that requires you to sacrifice a permanent in addition to its casting cost.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sack a clue with Angelic Purge, you actually
So good.
trigger Tireless Tracker's +1/+1 counter.
Yeah, it's a side effect. That's the thing. Like, you can produce the clue and then like not lose any card advantage because you're dropping a land.
Yeah,
and
you're
the
dropping
land's
a-
going to turn into a clue, which is basically a card for 2 mana.
Tireless Tracker is good.
Yeah, Tireless Tracker. It works very well with even works well with the what's that one that you can swap around? The guy in the chains and
Bound by Moonsilver.
Bound by
yeah.
Moonsilver, yeah.
So I have that in my deck as well. Bound by Moonsilver is a 3-mana enchantment. Enchant creature can't attack, block, or transform. And when you sacrifice another permanent, you can attach Bound by Silver to target creature. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery and only once each turn.
Yeah.
This card is very powerful because it locks out your opponent's biggest creature.
Yep.
And if you have clues to sacrifice, like you were saying, you don't lose any resources.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
Like you
clues are basically free. So if you don't have anything to sacrifice to, you could sacrifice the
Sacrifice a
clues
clue.
themselves to draw a card. So
Blues Clues.
it's really really good.
Got
Yeah,
the
I think the
Blues
tracker
Clues.
might be one of the best clue producers.
Oh yeah, because I mean
Because
it's just a land drop,
it
right?
triggers off a land drop. So
It's a 3/2, right?
yeah, it's a 3/2. It's
So
3 mana.
it doesn't really fail the vanilla test. I mean, 3 mana for a 3/2 is
Decent stats as well.
it's trade up stats with like lots of plus sides. So you didn't just open a tireless tracker, you also opened lots of stuff.
Yeah. So that Tireless Tracker is my
So-
pre-release foil.
So jealous.
So I opened a Nahiri.
Jesus Christ.
We'll get to her.
Taylor
A
Swift.
Westvale Abbey.
Ah,
And, well, I'm just talking about the things of value that I opened, and a Sin Prodder.
Nice. So
Yeah.
good. Like,
it was one of the. This is one of the better pre-releases.
well,
that
the
I've-
value.
The value. in
Yeah,
terms of
besides the one where you open the expedition, right? That should have been mine.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
gave you that box.
See, it's the
God
same
damn
thing.
it.
The next time I offer you a box, just take it, mate.
You didn't give it to me. I gave it to you.
Oh yeah. You're right. Sucks to be you then.
Why?
Well, and then I have a Sage of Ancient Lore. It's actually quite powerful if you play it on curve.
Is the 5 mana? Is that the 5
it's
mana?
the 5 mana star. So power toughness equals the number of cards in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then enters the battlefield. You can draw a card. So the flip side, it has vigilance, trample, and the power and toughness is equals to number of cards in all players' hands.
Oh man,
that
that's
is the flip
hilarious.
side. Yeah, it's really powerful. So these are the better green rares I opened. So and my other green cards I can support.
Mm-hmm.
I opened this uncommon Uvenwild Mysteries. It's a 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, investigate.
Oh, it's so
This
fun.
card is very powerful.
Yeah.
And whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a 1/1 white human soldier token onto the battlefield.
Oh,
Dude.
so good. Like, that's just...
This is crazy, man.
No, dude, that's the thing. Like, you go over, you get the tireless tracker, you lay a land, you get a clue, and you go into that, what's that?
Uvenwild Mysteries.
The Overall Mysteries, yeah. So you're always going to get, every land now is going to be something interesting. I take back what I said last week about the investigate. Investigate is actually,
It's
a thing.
a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And I think in standard, in constructor is going to be a thing. You know,
I'm not sure.
You're not
about
sure?
that. Yeah. Well, I don't play a lot of standard, so I played a green-white humans deck, splashing red for Nahiri.
Nahiri is useless.
Well, I did. What did I? Yeah, I lost all my mana.
Yeah, zero. A big fan zero.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
What
such is
happened,
life.
Edwin?
Such as life.
See, this is what happens when you just like, my week in Magic is like blank. It's like when they go Brainstorm Brewery, right? At the end of the episode, they have pick of the week. And like everybody except like one or two guys will always just like have a pick of the week. Everybody else is just like blank. Yeah, this is what happens, Edwin.
Well,
Consequences.
I open money. Suck on that.
Oh, sucks.
Traben Inspector is good as well. It's a 1 mana 1/2 human soldier.
Inspect the
Enters the
gadget.
battlefield. Investigate.
Yeah, stronger than you might think.
Yeah,
For the fact that it's like 1 mana,
you could
get one.
easily cast it on turn 1, and on
Mhm.
turn 2,
Just
if you have
crack
no 2-drops, you could just sack the clue to draw a card.
Yep.
You basically, make back your investment.
Yeah, it lets you.
Yeah,
You know,
it lets you draw a card. So it's
yeah.
it's
It's like
it's
1 mana,
powerful, yeah.
3 mana. You get 1/2, draw a card. And the thing is, you can draw it anytime,
Mm.
or you can use the clue to sacrifice to something else.
Another notable card if you're playing humans. Well, I played humans. Is this equipment? True Faith Sensor. It's a 2 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and vigilance. And if equipped creature is a human, it gets an additional +1/+0.
That's that's the thing. I wasn't too impressed with it while we were deck building.
But it
But
in play,
watching,
it's actually
yeah,
really, really
watching
good.
other people play that card,
Yeah.
was it's a really
and
strong
it's a
card.
common. So in draft,
You're gonna see it a lot.
it's
yeah.
great with Militant Inquisitor.
Which one is the
Militant Inquisitor is a 3 mana white creature, 3 mana 2/3.
Oh,
It gets +1/+0 for each equipment you control.
oh yeah.
So it's a human
That's good.
cleric. So it gets like 3 power buff if you equip that thing on it. So
Jeez, that's good.
It's
Plus
pretty
3 +2, +3 +1.
+3/+1
Nice. And vigilance
and vigilance.
You know.
So yeah, we're talking about Bound by Moonsilver.
That's a good card.
That being
That's
a very good card to lock out opponent's biggest creature.
yeah, it helps, right? I mean, like
Yeah,
it's
and if I sacrifice a clue,
man,
it's good because I sacrifice a clue. I can get to trigger Tireless Tracker's +1/+1.
Yeah.
Because the +1/+1 says whenever you sacrifice a clue.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can sacrifice a clue to any other abilities, and you still get a +1/+1.
Yeah. So
last
what else do you have in your deck? Oh,
tenacity.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Tenacity's name, the card name needs to be changed to Blowout. Like flat.
It's over. Well, if you're drafting a creatures deck or an aggro deck, tenacity is you should consider it quite a high pick, I think.
Yeah. If your first few picks are like humans, creatures, or like even werewolves, if you're going to like green-white werewolves, tenacity is
The life swing is is
it's
crazy.
hilarious.
So tenacity is 4 mana instant. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain lifelink until end of turn. Untap those creatures.
Yeah.
So it's good.
What?
It's good on the offense and it's good on the defense.
It's so gross. Like
you could go all in with your creatures, and then opponent might think,
he's got tenacity.
he's got you lethal next turn, and I'm talking about on the defense. And then when he swings with all his creatures the next turn, you could just cast tenacity, untap all your creatures, block and gain life.
Or he plays a negate and you'll be very sad.
There's no negate in this set.
Oh, too bad.
You suck.
Yeah, man, that card is like hilariously good. I've just like walking from table to table, and once that card hits the table, I just wait till somebody casts that card and the game's over, finished.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a game ender basically.
Yeah. Such a life swing, like
Westvale
crazy.
Abbey is good as well. I didn't manage to flip it, but I've heard someone died to it.
Yeah, I imagine
It's actually not that difficult to
flip the guy,
card.
right?
Yeah.
I was playing with you. One of the games I was playing with you. I wasn't aggressive enough, and you just had to just take all the damage, just soak up all the damage,
and then. Yeah, well, because Westvale Abbey, the demon form of it has flying, lifelink, indestructible, and haste, and it's a 9/7. So when you link that 9 points life, it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like more than enough.
Yeah.
To get the job done.
And my last supposedly bomb, Nahiri the Harbinger, turned out to be quite disappointing.
Well, I think in limited, it's gonna be a little tough to deal with.
I'm giving her the benefit of doubt. I think it's because I'm only splashing her in my deck.
I see.
She's not. There's no card to support her.
There's no madness.
Yeah, I don't have madness in my deck.
Yeah.
And her second ability is really, it's the kind of ability that you very, very situational. Because the creature that you want to destroy has to be tapped.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
it makes it a little tough to get that going. But the thing is about Nahiri is that you can do it twice if you can get it on. If you can
get it on, keep her
yeah.
alive, and do it again.
Yeah, so it can be quite powerful.
And
in that respect.
I imagine her first looting ability to be very powerful if you cast her on curve. And then just start going and start looting.
You cast her on curve, get rid of their threat.
You don't even have to get rid of her threat. You cast her on curve, she will be a plus. If you +2,
it's a +2, right?
So she will be a 6 loyalty.
Oh, that's so hard to get rid of.
I don't think opponent can kill her at 6 loyalty. Like I don't think one creature can kill her at 6 loyalty.
That's true.
On turn 4, yeah.
That's true. Oh, nice.
Nice, yeah. So those are what I pulled. I didn't do very well, but the deck was fun. There's a little bit of investigate clue synergy going on, and overall it's quite fun.
For me, I opened up something that I've been wanting to get, although it doesn't have a lot of value. Wow. So
that's why we record in the morning.
Yeah, that's why we record in the morning, folks. Well, you might not be able to hear it, but there's somebody drilling upstairs, so thanks. I opened the Thalia's Lieutenant as my pre-release foil. So it's a 2 mana, 1 white, 1 generic. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other human you control. And when another human enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1/+1 counter on Thalia's Lieutenant. So it's like Champion of the Parish. So I guess the Champion of the Parish like upgraded.
It's powerful. Yeah.
It's powerful. On the curve, or it's powerful in, when you draw it at the end of the game. Late game.
When you have your board set up.
With lots of humans. I mean, you'd have to be playing a human deck. Not much in terms of value. I did open an Asylum Visitor. It's that black card which allows you to draw an extra card when you don't have any cards in hand. Traverse the Ulvenwald. Ulvenwald is
a place on the Innistrad.
It's a place on the Innistrad, but it's evoking this word called the Umwelt, I think. Maybe. Who knows?
What's an Umwelt?
Umwelt is like your universe, like your consciousness.
What language is that?
I don't know. It was created by, I think it's German. Invented by a German dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. And also opened a foil rare, foil flip rare, in fact. So, the Gaia Reach Bandit. So at first I didn't know what this guy did. He's a 3 mana, 1 red, 2 generic. It's haste. It's a 3/2. So again, it just transforms at the beginning of your upkeep. Of each upkeep, if no spells were cast, you flip it over. So on the flip side, it says here, whenever a werewolf enters the battlefield under your control, you may transform it. And I was under the impression, I read it as, you may transform this card. So I'm like thinking, why would I want to transform it back to the 3/2? And then I realized, if a werewolf enters the battlefield,
you can transform it immediately.
And it's like, wow, cool. That is insane.
It's quite powerful.
That 4 mana, that 5 mana dude, 5/4 that transforms into a 6/5. That guy is pretty big. And I have a few werewolves in the deck. So I was playing a Naya or red-white splash green deck. It had a Devil's Playground in it. It had Hainware Militia Captain. I like this card a lot. Like, I like the flavor a lot. It's 2 mana, 2/2, so it's a good bear. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more creatures, you transform Hainware Militia Captain. And then it turns into Westvale Cult Leader. So the cult leader's power and toughness is equal to the number of creatures you control. At the beginning of your end step, you put a 1/1 white and black human cleric creature token onto the battlefield. So it keeps growing. And I love the flavor. It reads here, her reputation inspires both loyalty and adoration. And then the flip side, she becomes a cult leader. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I also opened up the land, Game Trail, and I opened up one other card which I was quite impressed with because I misread the stats at the beginning of it. It's called Slayer's Plate. 3 mana to cast, 3 mana to equip. Equip creature gets +4/+2. That's a lot. For an equipment. For 3 mana equipment.
In limited, it's powerful.
It's a lot, yeah. Exactly. And if you're playing a human stack, you definitely want this because whenever equipped creature dies, if it was a human, you put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. So my deck's pretty low on the curve. It ran a few unruly mobs. I had 2 unruly mobs. Quite a lot of removal. Silver Strike, which is great. Nahiri's Machinations is interesting. It does help you with combat, and her secondary ability, which allows you to ping creatures.
It's the one that gives indestructible.
Yeah, indestructible to like one of your creatures during combat. And it can ping. It can deal 1 damage to target blocking creature. So it's an activator ability, 1 red, 1 generic, and you can do that. So it's pretty strong. Like, you could swing in. It really messes up with combat math. And, if you've got pump spells, like, it's dangerous to play the pump spells with Nahiri's Machinations around. So you want to play it before, to play around Nahiri's Machinations, you want to play it before you start blocking. So yeah, pretty good card. Another card I was really impressed by and really, really impressed by is Village Messenger. So this is a 1 red mana, 1/1 haste. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, you transform it, and it transforms into a 2/2 Menace. So this card is...
Menace is good.
Yeah, Menace is good. Like, there are very rare times where my opponent had a play on turn 1. And so you casting this usually flips on your turn. You get the 2/2. So you're going to cast this on turn 1, swing in, hit for 1. Immediately your next turn is going to become a 2/2 with Menace. So it's better than I expected. Like, I mean, I was kind of worried to put it in the deck, but it's really good. Like,
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, you can really beat the guy down.
On turn 1 on the play,
It's really...
You usually get to flip it.
I went like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, I dropped Slayer's Plate.
And then you equip.
Yeah, and then I equipped it the next turn, and like, yeah, he had no answers. It's like 0. So I guess I was lucky that game, but
That hurts.
You know, it hurts. It hurts a lot. The other things in my deck, well, Thraben Inspector, I was very impressed. Vessel of Ephemera is also quite good. I know I put a downer on it last week. It's quite useful.
The vessels are decent.
Yeah, the vessels are decent. I still do only like the green and the red ones.
They are good for specific purpose, but the white one, it's a lot like what's that sorcery that pops out?
Triplicate Spirit? No, not Triplicate Spirit.
The one from Old Innistrad.
Midnight Haunting.
Yeah, something like.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Midnight Haunting or the
that
other
costs
one.
5 mana.
The other one that has flashback.
Oh man, what's that spell? Sheesh.
You all know what we're talking about.
Lingering
Souls, yes. Yeah. I mean, of course, it's not as powerful as those, but apart from popping out two spirit tokens, it has the fringe usefulness of triggering Delirium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Since it's an enchantment.
So, and Delirium is like surprisingly not
hard to get.
Not that difficult to get to.
In this limited format, like it's you're given a lot of enchantments, you're given a lot of creatures, a lot of lands that suddenly land up in your graveyard for no apparent reason. And
there are ways to sacrifice a land.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I was using Angelic Purge, the one I mentioned.
Oh yeah,
to sacrifice a land.
Yeah.
I mean to sacrifice my own land, and I would think that would help with Delirium. But I had to sacrifice my own land because I have nothing else to sacrifice.
You got no clues. You don't have a clue.
I don't have a clue.
A card that I wasn't very impressed with was this Dissension in the Ranks. It's very situational. Target blocking creature fights another target blocking creature. It's 5 mana to cast. It's great. It's a 2 for 1. But it's very situational, and I don't think it's worth it to draft this card because there's so much good removal in the set, like from white and red. Green has pretty good removal. So yeah, it's doesn't make sense for you to run this card. And I made the mistake of running this copy in my deck. I had another 2 cards. Briar Bridge Patrol is the 4 mana 3/3. Whenever it deals damage to 1 or more creatures, you investigate, and it's got this cool thing where at the beginning of each end step, if you sacrifice 3 or more clues this turn, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So not really relevant. I just like that it could produce clues, and it was a human, so I ran it in the deck. The other one was Dusk Watch Recruiter. This guy is quite powerful. 2 mana, it's a 2/2, so it's a great bear. It's a grizzly bear, not a great bear. He's got an ability, 2 generic and 1 green. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. You do not swing this guy into anything. I made that mistake.
Of swinging?
Of swinging with this guy. He's really good. For 3 mana, you are looking for a new creature and adding it to your hand. The flip side is really good. He's a 3/3. Creature spells you control, creature spells that you cast cost 1 less to play.
Yep.
Really good.
It's very powerful.
For
a green card.
Yeah, for
Green card with
this
card
should be a
selection.
rare. I thought this was a rare when I was
Playing, yeah.
its abilities
It would
are
have been a crab
insane.
rare, but yeah.
Is it a crab rare? I mean, no, I don't even think it's a crab rare. 2 mana, you get a 2/2 with upside. Like, we're pushing, the creature stats here. This is a very good card. So yeah, the rest of my deck was just so. Although I did go 3-0, although I just played 1 game.
You had a bye.
Yeah, I had a
You
bye.
won 1 match and you
And
split
I
the
just
last.
split the last.
You didn't
game.
play Magic today, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm itching to go play the release tonight. But I'm definitely playing tomorrow's pod. So
are you still playing tonight?
I don't know. We gotta try to finish up the
Okay. Things that we
video,
need to do.
There's a lot of stuff in the pipelines. You guys should
Stop
keep
over
up for it.
promising.
Yeah, no.
Nothing
we are
is on the
doing,
pipeline.
no, we
Nothing
are
is in the
doing
pipeline.
stuff. We are doing stuff.
Nothing is in the pipeline.
Edwin's just lazy. He doesn't want to do things. Come on.
Nothing is in the pipeline.
Don't expect anything from us. Just listening to the show. So yeah, that was
all in all. It's
it's a really fun
short.
format.
It's really short. I would have liked to play more,
Yeah, that's why
but it works.
it's different when we were playing in Porto. You
Not
go
in
X
Porto
round Swiss.
anymore.
I know we're not in Porto anymore, but it was X round Swiss, and Grey Ogre Games is going to do
X round Swiss
X
tomorrow
round
morning.
Swiss.
Yeah,
and that's really fun. Like you maximize the amount of time you have with the cards, new cards that you have, and it's really fun to play with. Like
man, I feel like playing tomorrow.
yeah,
Too
don't
bad.
you? Just play, man. Come on, just do it.
I have a wife, Mick. You only have Magic.
Whatever. I have stuff
Stuff.
too.
Cards.
Yeah.
Your board games, computer games. What else?
I like the new lands though.
Don't change the
quite
topic.
good.
The new basic lands are surprisingly hard to open.
Yeah, I know. We opened. Okay, so
In my pre-release pack, I have only 1 basic land.
yeah, same. I only have one basic land. It's more.
It's a lot. The rest are clues and checklist cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so hard to open a basic land. Come on, I want
For
basic
the first
lands.
time, I'm missing basic lands in the pack.
And yeah, so so for those of you who don't know, it's packed. The packs are packed in a different way. You have commons and uncommons and a rare. So your next few slots, you will have a flip card, which is either a common or uncommon.
Yeah, it looks like you will definitely get a flip card this time.
You're definitely going to get a flip card. But
it wasn't like that in the old Innistrad.
yeah, in the old Innistrad, you had a flip card, which could be a rare, it could be a common, uncommon, rare, or mythic. So you'd have an extra slot. But now you have an extra flip slot, and then you have an extra either a foil or a flip
rare. Yeah.
So if you count up your cards, like the beginning of it, you get 8 cards.
8 commons.
Yeah, 8 commons.
Yeah, so you are either getting a flip rare, mythic, or foil something. Yeah.
Foil stuff. And in my case, I got a foil rare flip card, which is, well, that's a mouthful, but yeah.
Yeah.
So you could open like 2 rares in a pack.
No, you could open like 3 rares in a pack.
I haven't seen the foil and then the rare flip.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
So,
you're right.
I got
so maybe
I got
only
the
2.
foil rare flip.
Okay.
So altogether. So altogether, opening 6 packs with the pre-release foil, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rares, which is, well, a lot more than we usually get, right? I don't know. You open. You had 8 rares with
8, yeah.
Yeah, so I was complaining in the morning, like, you opened 8 rares in 6 packs. I was kind of jealous.
Well, no, to be fair, I opened 7 rares in 6 packs.
7 rares in 6 packs, yeah.
The additional rare was from the pre-release pack.
Yeah.
So that's not counted.
Okay, so I opened 8 rares in 6 packs, and like the prize packs we had, I opened
you had another flip
four
rare.
rares. Yeah, another
Yeah.
flip rare.
That's
So
good.
I don't know how rare the cards are going to be, but I think it's, it's decently spaced out. And the fact that the set is huge. This set is 297
huge, yeah.
cards. Yeah, it's
You're right.
full 30 cards more than, that's 6 cards per color, 5 cards per color, including artifacts and multicolored cards. So, you've got to, from a finance side, like you've got to put in more rares or more opportunities for people to open up rares. Otherwise, the prices of the boxes are going to tank, or the prices of the cards are going to be really, really crazy. Like right now, Westvale Abbey is $20
Thereabouts. For some reason, it's $20.
Sin Prodder is like 10.
There might be
$13.
a way to abuse Westvale Abbey.
It's called Secure the Wastes.
I think there's more than that.
How is there any way you can transform a land?
I don't know.
Can we turn the land into a human and then play Moon Mist?
Does it work that way?
I don't know. So yeah, Secure the Waste is sorry, not Secure the Waste. Westvale Abbey is pretty good. What else is, you open quite nicely. I opened
Sin Prodder is weird. I just realized if you flip a land, the opponent can just mail you off that land, basically.
Yeah, but you don't want to play Sin Prodder like too early, or you want to play Sin Prodder early, but it's in an aggressive deck.
It's weird because Sin Prodder is the kind of card that you want to play early.
You want to get the card advantage, right?
Yeah, you want to get a card advantage.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you'll be probably playing an aggressive deck. So the curve's quite low. So your opponent's going to be taking like 1, 2, or 3 damage, on average.
Per turn.
Per turn, and you're still drawing extra card. Like if he's milling you off that land, you're taking a time walk. He's allowing you to just have the extra turn. If he gives you that land, like he or she probably won't want to give you that land anyway.
And it's quite powerful. It's a 3 mana 3/2 with menace. So
it's got menace.
Yeah, it has menace.
Oh, great!
It's quite an aggressive creature.
Great.
Menace is decent.
Menace is annoying.
Yeah,
like really annoying.
Well, I think the only regret, not regret, was I don't know. But if I wanted to play Madness.
Yes.
If I had more Menace card, but nah, my Menace pool was pretty bad. I had good enablers, but I didn't have good Menace cards.
Yeah, I saw some other guy's deck. He had like all the Madness enablers.
Yeah, I was playing with this guy, like the that guy you were playing with.
Yeah.
He was playing a red blue deck.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a control-ish deck with Madness elements.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 Fairy Tempers, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then he had Mad Prophet to
abuse
the Madness shenanigans. Yeah. It's quite good. Like his deck was quite good, but I still won. You won the only game you played.
You didn't play Magic today. I only had to win one game, man. That was it.
You suck.
You do it when it counts, man.
You suck.
So yeah.
It has been fun. We're very tired now.
We're gonna cut off the show. We're gonna cut off the show short this week. It's 40 minutes in, somewhere there. Shall we?
Yeah.
Do we want to do that? Nah. All right, so you've been listening to the Power 9 podcast every week. Remember, you can find our episodes on power9podcast.com. You can also find other content on power9podcast.com.
On
like
YouTube.
Videos and stuff.
Check us out on YouTube.
You can also find us on YouTube. You can find us on mtgcast.com.
Subscribe, like, and share on YouTube.
Why are you cutting me off? Why? Okay, you can find us on YouTube, power9podcast.com. Not power9podcast.com, Power9 Podcast. Just type it in the search bar, you'll find us. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Power9Podcast. We also put a lot of updates there on content and musings that we have throughout the days. You can also find us on Twitter at Power9 Podcast. No, Twitter is last. You can find us on Instagram at Power9 Podcast. And you can also find us on Twitter at Power9 Podcast.
The 9 is a number 9.
You can find myself at The Asian Judge. You can find Edwin at
Edwin_TCW.
Yeah, Tasty Coma Wife. I'll make that reference every week. Oh, this week I didn't drop the I like it a lot.
Too late.
I like it a lot. I'll just do it because, so yeah. Stay tuned. We're gonna have some content up here and there, everywhere. And if you like our show, please, share, subscribe it. We appreciate you listening to every show. So for myself and Edwin, we're signing off.
Bye, guys.
Hope you had a good weekend. Ciao.